What's up, football fans? Welcome back to the channel, where we cover the wildest headlines, game-changing plays, and the stories shaking up the NFL. Now, you've probably seen the highlights from the Dallas Cowboys' nail-biting Week 1 matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles, but the biggest story coming out of that game wasn't Dak Prescott's performance, wasn't Jalen Hurts' throws, and wasn't even the final score. No, the headline everyone's talking about is Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter spitting on Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott before the first offensive snap of the game. And to make it even more shocking, Carter has not been suspended for any future games. That decision has fans, analysts, and players buzzing, and we're gonna break it all down. So make sure you stick around, because this one is about respect, rivalries, and what the NFL should do when the line gets crossed. Let's rewind back to Thursday night. The Cowboys and Eagles squared off in one of the most anticipated Week 1 showdowns. These two teams don't just compete, they hate each other. It's NFC East football at its finest. Physical, emotional, and personal. The game hadn't even settled in yet when the drama exploded. Cameras caught Jalen Carter walking up to Dak Prescott just before the first snap and spitting directly at him. The refs threw the flag, Carter was immediately ejected, and the stadium crowd went into chaos. But here's the thing, spitting in sports, especially in the NFL, is one of the ultimate signs of disrespect. It's not a missed block, it's not a late hit, it's personal. 2-0. Let's talk reactions. Dak Prescott, he kept his composure. Didn't retaliate, just lined up and played football. That's leadership. The Cowboys sideline, though, they were heated. CeeDee Lamb were seen yelling toward the refs, demanding stronger punishment. Even head coach furious. On the other side, some of the Eagles players were trying to defend Carter. They claimed it was heat of the moment. Trash talk gone too far, and that Dak may have said something first. But let's be real, spitting, that's crossing a line every time. Fans in the stands and on social media lit up instantly. Cowboys Nation was calling for a suspension. Eagles fans, mixed reactions. Some said it was bad sportsmanship. Others said that's NFC East football, baby. After Carter's ejection, many assumed he'd be suspended for at least one game, maybe more. But Friday morning, the league announced no further suspension. Just a fine. That's it. So Jalen Carter will be back on the field next week. Business as usual. And this has opened up a firestorm of debate. Why is spitting, which most consider one of the dirtiest acts in sports, punished less harshly than, say, a late helmet hit or taunting penalty? This isn't the first time we've seen spitting controversies in the NFL. Back in 2006, Sean Taylor spit on Michael Pittman during a playoff game. The league suspended him for one game immediately. In 2013, Lamar Houston was fined for spitting on an opponent. Even in other sports, think baseball or soccer, spitting has led to ejections and suspensions, because it's considered unsportsmanlike and degrading. So the big question is, why did Jalen Carter get a pass here? Is it because it was Week 1? Because the NFL doesn't want to sideline one of its rising stars? Or did the league just downplay it as part of the rivalry for the Cowboys? Dak Prescott handled it with class, but don't think for a second he forgot. This adds fuel to the fire for their rematch later in the season. You better believe Dallas's defensive line is circling Week 9 on their calendars. For the Eagles, Carter dodges a suspension, but his reputation takes a hit. Fans around the league are now labeling him dirty. He's already one of the most feared young defensive tackles, but now he'll be watched under a microscope. And for the NFL, they've opened themselves up to criticism. By not suspending Carter, they've basically told players, spitting is worth a fine, not a suspension. That could set a dangerous precedent moving forward. At the end of the day, football is a violent sport, but it's built on respect. What Jalen Carter did to Dak Prescott wasn't just disrespectful, it was disgusting. And while he avoided suspension, this story is far from over. The next Cowboys-Eagles matchup, it just got a whole lot more personal. So what do you think? Should Jalen Carter have been suspended? Or did the NFL make the right call by letting him off with just a fine? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this one's going to be debated all season long. And if you love breaking down the drama, the highlights, and the stories that make the NFL must-watch every single week, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.